Well, Madison, we're learning tonight that it certainly could cost a lot of taxpayer money after voters met that signature requirement of nearly 1.5 million, actually well surpassing that requirement the state needs to get that recall onto the ballot in November or perhaps sometimes by the end of the year. Election experts tell me it is almost certain to happen at least by the end of the year, and it could come at staggering costs.
Our association is estimated it'll be about $400 million.
That hefty estimate comes from the California Association of Clerks and Election Officials. The group reached that projection after looking at the cost of last November's election, which for reasons related to the pandemic was the costliest in U.S. history.
We had to get larger voting locations to allow for social distancing.
Every voter got a mail-in ballot, not to mention personal protective equipment at polling locations. Association President Donna Johnston says measures we should expect if a recall takes place soon. While recall campaign officials have provided a dramatically lower cost estimate, around $81 million, Johnston says no matter the cost,
It ultimately is taxpayers who pay for the cost of any election.
any cost would hinge on the recall making the ballot. Elections expert at the University of California, Davis, Isaac Hale says,
I think it's quite likely that this will qualify for the ballot.
Then comes the next step in the recall process. It'll give voters who sign the recall petition the next 30 days to withdraw their names if they've changed their minds.
It's possible that some people will go in and attempt to remove their signatures after they've already done so, but I do not think we're talking about 500,000 plus people doing so.
Hale says you're likely to see the recall and stop the recall campaigns intensify in the coming weeks, as well as a flood of ads from candidates vying to take Newsom's spot. Now, while there have been roughly 200 recall attempts in the last century in California, only 6 elected officials have been successfully recalled, including one governor. That one governor was California Governor Gray Davis back in 2003.